Hello everyone, I am BowserJrXD and welcome to the NAPA Auto Care 150, race 9 of 13 for the ARCA Menards Series West in 2024. At least I think it's 9 of 13. I guess, American, I think it's 9 of 13. Yeah, it is. Anyway, this is a track I haven't been to in quite a long time. I think this is either the 90s or the 2000s. But it's a half-mile triangle. 15 cars made it up for this race, which is kind of piddly, but it is what it is. Points leader Tyler Reif will start on the front row next to his main title rival, Sean Hingarani. We also got Cup Series veteran Greg Biffle in the house.
We talked about racing in the shadow of Red Mountain. There is Red Mountain, and as you can see, sun setting off to the west. And take a look at this absolute sellout crowd here at Tri-City Raceway. Tonight's race is the first ARCA Menards Series West race here since 2003, and a lot of race fans not around back then, so they have packed the house to come and see the first ARCA Menards Series West race here in 21 years. And it's safe to say, since it's been 21 years, that very few drivers, if any, have experienced this very uniquely shaped, triangular-shaped half-mile. We're going to blow that assumption out of the water because former NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series and NASCAR Xfinity Series champion Greg Biffle is in the field here tonight. And Greg just happens to be the 1995 late model champion right here at Tri-City Raceway as he is buckling into Joe Ferre's number 23 Signal Performance Services Chevrolet. He's going to have a really good shot to win here tonight, everyone. Remember, Sam Mayer won with this team earlier in the season at Sonoma. Biffle's going to, I don't know if this was a joke or not by Chris Wright, series director, but he's going to have the Bonnie rookie stripes on the bumper here tonight, despite those Hall of Fame credentials. He does have 2 West starts to his credit back in 1996. Best finish of 4th at Altamont back there in 1996. Another hotshot rookie we're going to keep an eye on tonight is tonight's Bounty Rookie Spotlight driver, Casey Klein, driving the number 88 for team owner Mike Nake. Just 16 years of age. Casey is from nearby Quincy, Washington, be making his series debut here this evening. He's got a lot of victories. He actually finished 3rd in the 2024 Chili Willy down at Tucson Raceway Park. 4 career wins in the Northwest Super Late Model Series, in addition to numerous other late model wins out here on the West Coast. Tonight's going to be his first ARCA Menards Series West start. He's going to have a good shot to run up front as well. Don't forget, folks, this 88 car, this team, went to victory lane last September at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway with Dylan Capello at the wheel.
All right. Waiting for the command.
Let's take a quick look at the point standings for the ARCA Menards Series West heading into tonight. Tyler Reif retook the point lead with his win at Shasta Speedway a few weeks back. Sean Hingarani just 5 points out of the lead. Sean, of course, swept the Independence Day weekend races at Irwindale Speedway. He leaped into the lead, but fell back with his 2nd place finish at Shasta last time. Trevor Huddleston going to have his work cut out for him here tonight. Trevor's going to have to start from the tail of the field tonight. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. Jack Wood, Kyle Keller rounding out the top 5. Nick Janitis, Eric Johnson Jr., Takuma Koga. He is going to set a record here tonight. Most starts ever by a foreign-born driver in the ARCA Menards Series West. Todd Souza and David Smith rounding out the top 10. Just a few moments away from the command. It's time to light this candle and get this party started. So we're going to head on downstairs for the command.
Yeah, 03. Last winner was a guy named Jason Jefferson.
introduce Paul of Tri-City Toyota. Ladies and gentlemen, the most famous words in motorsports. Drivers, start your engines.
All right, the command has been given. 15 cars ready to roll off.
It's almost time to go racing.
Starting 15th, driving the number 05. What the heck is going on out there? Starting 15th, driving the 05, Shockwave Marine Suspension Seating Toyota for Shockwave Motorsports. 74 years old from Sydney, British Columbia, Canada, David Smith, the oldest driver in the field. Starting 14th, driving the number 31, Max Buchanan Foundation Chevrolet for Rise Motorsports. 42 years old from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Tim Goulet. Starting 13th, driving the number 11, Ebco Construction, Evers Farms, Guardian Fence Chevrolet for Keneally Keller Motorsports. 17 years old from Ephrata, Washington, Danica Dart. Starting 12th, driving the number 71, Jans Towing Ford for Jans Towing Racing. 54 years old from Woodland Hills, California, Nick Janides. And starting 11th, driving the number 50, High Point Racing, Race Car Factory Ford for High Point Racing. 28 years old from Agora Hills, California, Trevor Huddleston. Starting 10th in the top 10. Down for the top 10. Starting 10th, driving the number 3, Central Coast Cabinets Toyota for Central Coast Racing. 59 years old from Aeromass, California, Todd Souza. Starting 9th, driving the number 19, Pacific Automation Chevrolet from Bill McAnally Racing. 21 years old from Antelope, California, Eric Johnson Jr. Starting 8th, driving the number 88, Farmer Bean and Seed, Thamart Farms Ford for Naki Clower Motorsports. 16 years old from Quincy, Washington, Casey Klein, the youngest driver in the field. Starting 7th, driving the number 7, Lobster, Koshi no Kange CKB, Jerry Pitts Racing Toyota for Jerry Pitts Racing. 47 years old from Nagoya, Hichi, Japan, Takuma Koga. Starting 6th, driving the number 6, Western Rail Toyota for Jerry Pitts Racing. 21 years old from Spokane, Washington, Jess Havens. And starting 5th, driving the number 12, setting the stage, Argus Construction, Battleborn Racing Ford for Keneally Keller Motorsports. 19 years old from Las Vegas, Nevada, Kyle Keller. Starting 4th, driving the number, also Keller isn't, Kyle Keller, highest starting 4th. Starting 4th, driving the number 23, Sigma Performance Services, GMS Fabrication, Greg Biffle Chevrolet for Sigma Performance Services. For 54 years old from Vancouver, Washington, Greg Biffle. Starting 3rd, driving the number 16, Napa Auto Care Chevrolet for Bill McAnally Racing. 24 years old from Loomis, California, Jack Wood. His birthday was on Wednesday. Starting on the outside pole, also Wood, highest starting Chevrolet. Starting on the outside pole, driving the number 13, Central Coast Cabinets Toyota for Central Coast Racing. 17 years old from Henderson, Nevada, Tyler Reif, the last winner. And on pole, driving the number 5, Fidelity Capital Toyota for Jerry Pitts Racing, with a pole time of 18.675 seconds and an average speed of 96.386 miles per hour. 17 years old from Newport Beach, California, Sean Hingarani. That is your starting lineup for today's Napa Auto Care 150. So we're seeing some big names on the list of winners. Mike Chase, I think he won a championship or 2. Jack McCoy, who either has the most wins in ARCA West history or the most championships. Yeah, most wins with 54. Don't know if he won the championship the most times, but he won it twice. I believe the record's 5 times.
Pace car about to pull off into the infield. Sean Hingarani and Tyler Reif leading.
The most is Ray Elder with 6.
To the green.
All right, here we go. 150 laps around the half-mile triangle. We're green at Tri-City.
Rumble here at Tri-City. Green flags out. We are
Let's go.
Into turn 1.
Here comes Reif on the high side, trying to get a run around the number 5.
Turn 1, and I don't know what to call this. Turn 2, the backstretch. Turn 3, I don't know.
Turns 1, 2, and 3. Pretty self-explanatory. Reif takes the lead already.
Tyler Reif will lead him across to complete lap 1.
Already got one car. It's clearly slower than the rest. My guess it's the 31. See cars trying to move past Eric Johnson and Todd Souza by Takuma Koga and Casey Klein with Danica Dart and Trevor Huddleston behind. Huddleston didn't qualify well. He probably is not in championship contention, but he'll need a good solid run to get back just to get good finishes or even win a race. And now I'm reminded that I should have remembered the car all the way in the back. It's David Smith. The 05 is slower than a snail in concrete.
Trevor Huddleston and that team unhappy with the setup of that car after qualifying 11th. Very uncharacteristic for that race team, and they elected to make some changes, dropped to the tail of the field, and they've already raced their way back up into 11th. There's a good
one of the names on there was Mike Chase. He won the championship once in '94.
Danica had a tough start to her season. Involved in a crash on the opening lap at Phoenix. Had engine issues at Kern very early in the day. Wasn't even able to take the green flag, as there's Trevor Huddleston slipping to the inside of Takuma Koga. He's going to take over 10th. Back up front, there's Tyler Reif. We've seen this car up front quite a bit so far here in.
Won his first race in over a year at Shasta Speedway. Now looking to go back-to-back. Especially needs to pad on margin in case Hingarani makes good use of his Venturini starts.
I'll tell you what, that's going to even out because Sean picked up that bonus point for the.
Oh wait, so it looks like it's not Tim Goulet in the car. So like it was originally said, it's Rick Riedig-Tackman, who was in the ARCA race at Elko.
In any case, 5 points, the advantage coming in.
That is my mistake.
As they run.
Rick Riedig-Tackman.
For 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th.
Rick Biffle back to 8th place. I guess the rust is kind of there.
Really good to see that number 31 car running competitively here tonight. RJ Tackman behind the wheel of the Rise Motorsports Chevrolet. They made the trip.
Competitively, the car is third from last.
Last Saturday night, ARCA Menards Series in Minnesota, all the way out here to the Tri-Cities of Washington. And look at that, RJ Tackman to the inside of Takuma Koga. Kicking up a little dust.
Well, we got 12th now.
Back into turn. I'm going to call this one turn 3. How about that? I think that's it's a triangular shape.
It's a triangle. It's turns 1, 2, and 3. It's not that hard, Charles.
This one we'll call turn 1 right here.
I would love it if he went, "This is the greatest plan."
Turn 3.
Also, hi NASCAR fan 33. What channel? It's Flow Racing. Yes, thank you, Mike Honcho.
Very reminiscent and
90 miles from that track. Cool.
Remember this?
West Coaster.
The old Louisville Motor Speedway back in the mid to late 1990s.
Oh, let me adjust the leaderboard just a tad. There we go. Now, like David Smith, like I compared it to a snail in concrete. Make that a snail in concrete with arthritis. Already a lap down.
Hingarani hunting the front after giving up the lead on the initial start. Hingarani starting to track down Jack Wood. Or excuse me, not Jack Wood, Tyler Reif.
I
saw Jack's name at the top
Jack
of the screen.
Wood's in
Jack
third.
Solid run. In third position.
It is, except this track seems way more a regular triangle, or closer to equilateral or isosceles, whereas Pocono is definitely a scalene triangle. So the shape is a little more regular. And Rick Riedig-Tackman by Danica Dart. I also gotta love that Riedig-Tackman is such a long combined last name that it doesn't even fit on the Chiron on my display. Janaitis making the move on Danica Dart.
A little bit right there to Danica
It's
Dart.
4-year-old against a 17-year-old.
Also a little sideways. It's this battle for 11th, 12th, and 13th, and they got to get going because that's the lead pack right there. They want to stay on the lead lap. They're going to have to hustle just a little bit, and I think Nick Janaitis.
So already we know David Smith is a lap down, and there's the leader in the back of the 11 car.
Give himself just a touch of breathing room.
For all those who have flow racing, I'd also recommend watching tomorrow at 2 p.m. the NASCAR Canada Series race at the Circuit de Trois-Rivières, or otherwise known as GP3R for the Grand Prix of Trois-Rivières, as Trois-Rivières is French for Three Rivers. That's why they call it GP3R. But it's a good track. Last year had a wacky crash with a car landing on top of another one. I think it was Kevin Lacroix and Andrew Ranger. And we got a massive 30-plus car starting lineup. But it'll be a good lead up to the Cup race. You haven't been there since '81. What? Trois-Rivières or Tri-City?
Is able to navigate these cars. Whether it's Tyler Reif and he's able to maintain that lead, or whether it's Sean Hingorani and he's able to close that gap and maybe even steal the lead away.
And Danica Dart went a lap down. You see the 5 trying to close in on the 13. Still, we're 10% of the way through the race.
Reif keeping that car right down on the bottom.
Greg Biffle continuing to struggle. He's back in 8th place.
Expected Greg Biffle
It was
to
Tri-City,
go
okay.
to the front. And as a matter of fact, we've seen him give up a couple of spots here on the start as he now looks to the inside of Todd Souza. Biffle has faded all the way back into the 8th position. As
Same
he tries
car
to
with
take
which
over
Sam
7th.
Mayer
Well,
won.
I don't think Todd
Trying
wanted
to
give him a lot
play a little
more
rough
right
there with Todd Souza. All right, Nick Janaitis a lap down. 12 cars in the lead lap.
Battle for first heating
Wait,
up.
excuse me. I forgot they also had to pass by the 7th to
Biffle's still trying to
Kumakoga.
work his way to the
So
inside of
there's 11
Todd
cars
Souza.
on the lead
Souza
lap.
Not giving him a lot of racing room, but as you can see, the white lettering off the left rear tire rubbed off of that number 3
Man,
car. There's been
Biffle's
some
basically close
contact
to
between these
outright
two.
wrecking the 3 car.
The battle for the lead has settled down. We're going to keep our eye on Greg Biffle trying to work his way back up towards the front. Todd Souza not wanting to give it up without a fight, but Souza overcooks it into 3, just a touch. Slides
It'll give
way up
Biffle the
racetrack,
entry,
and that's gonna
and
open the door for
Biffle
He
takes
gives a
7th
slide
away.
by.
Here comes Casey
He's
Klein
gonna
to the
bring
inside as
Casey
well. Or Casey Klein, not Klein's. Klein. Side by side for the lead. Here comes Hingorani back to the inside.
Sean Hingorani to the inside of Tyler Reif. Through turn 2 and into turn 3. Hingorani with the nose just out front. Here he comes.
And you can hear the track announcer losing his mind. Hingorani takes the lead again.
So Hingorani started from the pole, gave up the lead to Tyler Reif. Reif led the first 24 laps, the first 23 laps, and on lap 24, Sean Hingorani retakes the top spot.
So now will he pull away?
So Hingorani has bounced around from
4 different teams.
a number of
Hattori,
different race
Sigma
cars.
Performance
He's started the
Services,
season driving for
Jerry Pitts,
Shigeaki
and Venturini. The last 2 starts of the year will be with Venturini.
23 car that Greg Biffle is driving here tonight.
Yeah, the Biff is there. He's running
With the
7th
Venturini Motorsports team that he won
with Sigma Performance
Irwindale
Services.
Speedway, and he's made a handful of starts for Jerry Pitts Racing, and back in Jerry Pitts is number 5 tonight, and Sean Hingorani hoping to set sail. And
The
drive
team,
away
while
from
existing
the
as
record
Jerry
at
Pitts
2nd.
Racing, got their first win with when Cole Raz won at Irwindale,
Here's our first look at Jack Wood tonight.
or
in
Kern
lap
County,
number
excuse me,
16,
Kern
one of the,
County. Irwindale
I
got
believe,
postponed
might
because
be
of
the
weather.
only race team that competed here at Tri-City
Bill Mac-
Raceway back
perhaps.
in the 2003 race. Bill McAnally Racing, the longest.
Who was in?
tenured
I wonder who
team
was in the
the
car.
West Series.
I should look that up.
Certainly was in that 2003 race.
Yeah, because Matt Kraft, I think, and Brendan Gaughan both raced from, or at least Brendan Gaughan did.
As we anticipated, there's Sean Hingorani
03,
stretching that
let's
advantage
see.
out over
A championship won by a guy named Scott Lynch. The race was won by Jason Jefferson. Let's see. Bill McAnally. Let's see. Napa Auto Parts was Jeff Jefferson, Brandon Reel, Jim Englebright, and that's it. A field of 18 cars, so this really isn't that far off.
Greg Biffle, after dropping a couple of spots on the initial start, working his way back up towards the front of the field. You know, Biffle may have a little local knowledge here that some of these others don't have.
Biffle got by Eric Johnson Jr.
Racing surface, very abrasive look, very little grip. Biffle could just be in tire conservation.
We're 20% of the way through it. 30 laps down the drain.
In any case, he has decided time to get himself a little closer to the front as we see Todd Souza try to put some pressure on Eric Johnson Jr. Sean Hingorani now 1.7 seconds out in front over Tyler Reif in second. Look at this battle for position. Jess Havens in the number 6, driver making his West Series debut. In the third Jerry Pitts racing
Jess Havens
entry.
currently fronting fourth.
He has jumped in front of Kyle Keller. Kyle had a great qualifying run here today. Kyle started fourth, or excuse me, started fifth and raced his way up into fourth. So has given up that spot to Jess Havens. Try to work their way around RJ Tackman, who are going to stack him up here is David Smith in the 0-5, right there in front of RJ. Greg Biffle working his way through this traffic as well. Good look at that number 23 car. Of course, this was the car Sam Mayer drove to victory. Maybe not the exact car, but certainly the team Sam Mayer drove for when he went to victory lane at Sonoma Raceway back in late May.
See just how far the 5 is driven away from the 13 at this rate.
Some battling for position. Trevor Huddleston in the number 50 to the inside of Eric Johnson Jr. Trevor up into 9th. Eric Johnson Jr. back to 10th. Looks like Trevor's on the hunt. He's closing in on Casey Klein in the 88 and Todd Souza in the 3. So whatever adjustments Jeff Schrader and that team made after qualifying seem to be helping Trevor Huddleston here in the opening stages. First third of the race here tonight. Ooh, Casey Klein doing some agricultural racing right there. He and Todd Souza might have made some contact. Souza with a nice save. That could be one of our Reese's Sweet Move of the Race nominees right there. Good save by Todd Souza. Don't forget, you can log on to ARCARacing.com on Monday, 3 o'clock Eastern time to see who we pick for tonight's Reese's Sweet Move of the Race. I think we're starting to understand why everybody's getting a little itchy in this pack. There is Sean Hingorani knocking on the back door of Trevor Huddleston. He's going to want to get by, put Trevor and this entire pack.
All right, so Derek Johnson must have gone a lap down and Nick Giannides. So now 8 cars in the lead lap with Huddleston getting lapped.
Yeah, he definitely wants to get Trevor Huddleston off the lead lap. Trevor, of course, tied for third in the ARCA Menards Series West point standings with Jack Wood. Keeping Trevor off the lead lap. That's a guy that we expected would be contending for the victory here tonight, so that was big right there. Sean Hingorani putting Trevor Huddleston a lap down. Next to go on the chopping
Next
block,
would be Casey
there is
Klein.
Casey Klein in the number 88. Our Bounty Rookie Spotlight driver here tonight, doing a nice job.
Just checking to make sure my microphone is still working well, because I heard from one of my friends it sounded off.
Hingorani, that car really
It's
working
working fine.
well. He was able to get on the power and make a hard left turn to get underneath Casey Klein there off of turn 3.
All right, now 7 cars on the lead lap, if my math is correct. Yes.
So many unique characteristics about this racetrack. It's got a little, as I said, a lot in common with the old Louisville Motor Speedway. I see a little.
Yep, that one was shaped like a triangle, and it also had up and down, literally inclines on the track itself, which is weird. Like a ski lift almost, is I think a commentator compared it to.
21 years as we close in on the
like a hill.
lap mark here.
So nothing like not banked, just going straight up.
Nick Janitis, unfortunately, Nick already a lap down to.
Now Todd Souza in danger of getting lapped.
He's starting to put some pressure on Todd Souza. Souza has had that car sideways on more than one occasion here so far tonight. Souza's going to jump out in front of him as they work their way around David Smith. Now Souza's even sliding it through turn 2 there down the backside of the racetrack.
30% of the way through the race.
Look at Hingorani.
A little bit of the bumper there.
Right down, but
But not able to clear just yet. This is probably clear through this turn.
3.
Yeah. All right, 6 cars on the lead lap.
This is a battle for position right here. Greg Biffle has reeled in Kyle Keller. Kyle has worked his way back past Jess Havens. So Kyle Keller in 4th, Biffle up to 5th. Jess Havens given up a couple of positions. He has dropped back to 6th. And as I mentioned there, Nick Janitis already a lap down. He is sitting back in the 11th position. But great battle for position as Biffle on the hunt. Trying to work his way past Kyle Keller. We're closing in now, just past the 1/3 mark. We're about 25.
Next time by, it'll be 100 to go.
From the halfway break here. So Biffle wanting to put some more cars between himself and Sean Hingorani. Biffle's going to take that 4th position away, so move Biffle to 4th, Kyle Keller back into 5th. In the books right now, so 50 in, 100 to go, 25 laps to go until that midway point. We'll give these teams an opportunity to change tires and make some adjustments. And I don't know that Jerry Pitts and this team are going to make a lot of adjustments on Sean Hingorani's car. There is the gap between Hingorani. That is, you know, you'd think that might be the 2nd place car, but it's not. That's the team car to the 2nd place car. So the gap actually between 1st and 2nd is between Sean Hingorani on the left side of your screen and Tyler Reif on the right side of your screen. The car in the middle, not a battle for position. That is Todd Souza.
No, not a lot going on right now. But I'll still stick around for these races because they're on.
A little bit as we now have 53 laps of consecutive green flag racing, and as I said, this racetrack doesn't have a lot of grip to begin with. Jess Havens trying to close the gap on Kyle Keller in the number 12. Picked up his first top 5 finish in about a year and a half last time out at Shasta Speedway. His previous top 5 all the way back in the season opener at Phoenix Raceway in 2023. So look at this, Greg Biffle reeling in Jack Wood. So Biffle has lit the fuse underneath that 23. Greg Biffle working his way past Jack Wood to take over 3rd. And you can hear the crowd in the background. Every time Biffle makes a move, he is definitely the favorite here at Tri-City Raceway. And he should be. 1995 late model track champion here. One of his home racetracks. Of course, Greg grew up in Vancouver, Washington, not all that far away. One of the racetracks that he competed at regularly before he was discovered by none other than former ARCA Menards Series and former NASCAR Cup Series champion Benny Parsons down at the old Winter Heat Series at Tucson Raceway Park. This battle for position. Real good battle for position. Jess Havens in the number 6 trying to stay in contact. Kyle Keller, battle for 5th. Sean Higurani, it's like he's at the drive-thru at Burger King. He's having it his way. All his way here so far tonight. Started from the pole, took the lead at lap 24, and has driven away 2.7 seconds the gap between himself and second place Tyler Wright. Here's a good look at Jack Wood in the number 16. We talked about the race cars, the race teams that competed here last time out. And Jeff Jefferson actually drove. Of course, he is the brother of the race winner, Jason Jefferson. Jeff Jefferson finished 5th in the number 16 for Bill McAnally Racing here at Tri-City back in 2003. So it's been a while, but Bill McAnally Racing, no stranger to competing here in the Tri-Cities area. And now while we see him on the screen there, Takuma Koga in the number 7, right there on the right side of the screen. Just behind this battle. See if we can't get him back on screen.
All right, so now we have 40% of the race completed.
The most career starts by a foreign-born driver in the ARCA Menards
Cool.
West.
Of course, Takuma Koga was born in Japan.
Takuma making his 121st career
Who does that
start.
beat?
That eclipses the previous foreign-born driver record. Daryl Haar from Canada previously held that mark. So congratulations to
Daryl Haar
from Nagoya, Japan. One of the nicest guys.
So he drove. Oh, he was a 2002 Canadian CASCAR West Series champion. CASCAR was the Canadian Association for Stock Car Racing.
Qualifying run, but Takuma's struggling here with grip, as in most of the field here tonight. Takuma has slipped back to 14th in the running order as we close in on the midway point here tonight.
I don't. When did he go to Winston West, or as it was called? Or Winston West, you know, whatever else, you know, K&M Pro
ARCA
West.
Menards Series West action here at Tri-City Raceway. Sean Higurani showing the way. Sean started from the pole, gave up the lead to Tyler Wright for the first 23
From
laps.
2001 to 2014. So he ran full time in 04, 05, 07, 08, 2011, 2012, and 2013, but no wins.
Return to Tri-City Raceway. Of course, Greg, the 1995 late model track champion at this racetrack, started 4th, dropped all the way back to 8th. He has raced his way back up into
6th.
the 3rd position as we.
Oh, Biffle's up to 3rd. I didn't even see that. Holy shoot!
See that caution flag come out at or around.
I haven't. I clocked out so much from this race because I assumed nothing was going on. Yeah, Biffle's up to 3rd. Good job.
Racetrack for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Kyle Keller in the number 12, looking pretty sporty as he's trying to work his way past Jack Wood. Wood up the racetrack through turn 2. Ooh, Kyle dipping those left side tires
Below
off
onto
the racetrack and into the dirt. Almost pushed
3
up.
wide there between Jack Wood, Kyle Keller, and David Smith.
So Kyle going to need to regroup. The battle's still continuing. 4th, 5th, and there's Jess Havens lurking back there in 6th.
With more dirt.
Ooh, big cloud of dust right
But
there.
Kyle Keller is
Jess Havens
close to getting clear. Jack Wood.
Worked their way through turn
He was
3.
half a car length ahead on coming out of
Just
3. It looked
joining
like.
us.
Right now they remain side by side.
Uniquely shaped.
Wood almost pulling ahead, entering 3.
Very reminiscent of the old Louisville Motor Speedway. It's got a lot.
And Jack Wood re-clears for
Pocono
3rd,
Raceway.
for
Just
4th.
3 distinct turns here. That That's turn 1. We're making our way into turn 2 right here. Down this little short chute into turn 3. Jack Wood holding on to 4th. Kyle Keller in the number 12, holding on to 5th. Jess Havens in the number 6, making his ARCA Menards Series West debut in the 3rd entry for Jerry Pitts Racing, sitting back in 6th. See if Casey Klein factors into this battle for position as we're just a couple of laps away from the midway point here. Line up the racetrack in the number 88. Not a battle for position. Casey a lap down. Clean and green, the first 74, make it 75 laps. So, looks like Eric Johnson Jr. may be struggling with maybe a broken tie rod on the number 19 car. He is very anxious to see this caution flag coming out here any moment, as we now have 75 laps in the books.
All right, caution is out. Race is halfway over. Time for a 5-minute break for tires and adjustments. And then we get the second half going. We'll see if anything materially changes in the last 75. Oh, boy.
A significant advantage over Tyler Reif, Greg Biffle, Jack Wood, Kyle Keller rounding out the top 5. As we take the caution flag. So we'll bunch up behind Chuck Welch in the pace car, get the field organized before we come on down pit road. As I said, Sean Ingarani scored as the leader. Tyler Reif led the first 23 laps and then kind of settled back into second place. Greg Biffle has been, boy, he has been on the elevator so far today. Dropped all the way down to 8th, raced his way all the way back up into 3rd. And has got himself a pretty good shot if he can make maybe an adjustment or two to keep these 2 leaders in sight. Jack Wood and Kyle Keller rounding out the top 5. Jess Havens in 6th. And as we just saw, Todd Souza working his way past the leaders. Todd will pick up the free pass under this caution. So we will have 7 cars on the lead lap as we start the second half of the NAPA Auto Care 150. Trevor Huddleston, Casey Klein, and RJ Tackman round out the top 10 as we expect field will come on down pit road. There's a look at Todd Souza, who will pick up the free pass and restart at the tail end of the lead lap. All 15 cars that started still on the racetrack here as we get set for the second half of tonight's race. And cars now making their way down onto pit road. They're going to have 5 minutes to make tire changes, add fuel, make chassis adjustments. I don't think anybody's going to have to make any damage repairs, but I do expect we'll see Eric Johnson Jr. in the number 19 work on that left front suspension issue. Looked like that may have been a broken tie rod. And as soon as the final car comes to a stop, we will start the stopwatch and give the teams 5 minutes to make their tire changes and adjustments. And while the teams do get to work down there, we're going to step away for a quick break. When we come back, we will hopefully take you back to the checkered flag. Stick with us, folks. You're watching the NAPA Auto Care 150 live here on Flow Racing.
I am back. We're still under the break. Playing a game called Wario's Woods. One of the last games released on the Nintendo Entertainment System. It's a puzzle game where you play as Toad trying to match enemies and bombs and lines in order to kill them.
Well, I knew there was a suspension problem on that number 19 car, but I was on the wrong side. Looks like it is a right front suspension issue that caused Eric Johnson Jr. to have those issues there with a couple of laps remaining in that opening segment. So that team hard at work trying to get that machine back in proper running order before we go back green flag racing. They still have a couple of minutes yet to go before cars have to report back onto the racetrack. But John Camilleri and the team trying to get that car back out and get Eric another at least a chance at a top 10 finish here tonight. Good look at the scoreboard here with 78 laps in the books. Sean Hingarani, Tyler Reif, Greg Biffle, and Jack Wood rounding out the top four. Don't forget, folks, you can log on to ARCARacing.com Monday at 3 p.m. See who we pick as tonight's Reese's Sweet Move of the race. Did see Todd Souza make a pretty nice save down the backside of the racetrack early in the going. See if we get another sweet move or two here in the second half tonight as one of our officials, Jake Jacobs, intently watching the work. And check out that packed grandstand. And there, folks, they are right up next to our camera position here at the racetrack. There are a lot of people here. They cut off ticket sales early in the afternoon here today. And just crammed them in everywhere they can. Good to see another full crowd. As we're going to step away for another quick break. When we come back, we'll line the race cars up and get set for the dash to the checkered. Stay with us. there's a good look at the campers who have come out to Tri-City Raceway to take in tonight's NAPA Auto Care 150. Right up next to the fence over there in turn 3. Love to see it. And there is a look at a lot more of the packed house we have here tonight. As the ARCA Menards Series West gets set to race to the finish here at Tri-City Raceway. Sean Hingorani will bring the field back to the green. Tyler Reif, Greg Biffle, Jack Wood, and Kyle Keller round out the top 5. There's Eric Johnson Jr. We saw him working hard. Didn't see him working hard. We saw John Camilleri and the crew working hard to get that car back out onto the racetrack. But indeed, he has answered the bell and will be back out onto the racetrack. He has dropped back to 14th. So he's going to have a little bit of work to do. Still just 1 lap off the pace. We do have 7 cars on the lead lap, 7 cars 1 lap down, and David Smith there at the 05 is multiple laps down, but still pretty tightly packed field here as we get the 1 to go. Field doubling up for the restart. Hingorani, unsurprisingly, electing the inside for the restart, so that'll put Tyler Reif to his outside. Greg Biffle and Jack Wood, they're in row 2. Kyle Keller and Jess Havens in row 3. And the final driver on the lead lap, Todd Souza, since he did pick up the free pass, will have to start at the tail of the field. Pace car down to the infield, and we get set to go back racing with 68 laps to go.
All right, here we go again. Green at Tri-City. Hingorani already leading. Here comes Biffle trying to go to the inside. Can he get past the young 17-year-old?
Down into turn 3. Reif using the momentum of the top side, but Biffle gonna drip up.
Biffle got a little loose. Reif to second.
Get that car slow down a little bit so he can maintain control. Biffle gonna give up second and maybe give up third.
Jack Wood to third.
Indeed, he is gonna give up third. Jack Wood going to slide to the inside. Now Biffle going to have to regroup and try to regain what he lost there on the restart. So there is a look as the field races off a turn 3 past the flag stand. Hingorani with the lead. Tyler Reif, Jack Wood, Greg Biffle, and Kyle Keller round out the top 5. There's Eric Johnson Jr. in the black and white number 19. That car looking pretty sporty after those repairs. Fortunately for Johnson Jr.,
a couple laps down.
Drop to the tail end of the field. He has
or just last of the cars a lap down.
Nick Janitis is back at the front of the field. Sean Hingorani holding on to the lead. Tyler Reif trying to keep him in his sights. Not only a battle for the win, but a battle for the points lead here tonight.
Yeah, if
Hingorani
wins, he gets the points lead back.
5-point deficit.
I think he would gain back 6 points.
To Tyler Reif.
They both get a point for leading a lap. Hingorani gets a point for leading the most laps plus 5 for winning.
Hingorani starting to stretch that advantage out a little bit. 3/4 of a second last time around. Let's see what that gap is this time around. Tyler Reif starting to feel some heat there from
Jack Wood
in the number 16. Boy, Hingorani added a half second to the lead that time around. Hingorani, that number 5 car, handling extremely well here just past the restart. Tyler Reif trying to hold on to second. He's got a mirror full of Jack Wood in the 16. There's Greg Biffle. Saw that number 23 car for just a millisecond there on your screen.
Is free from the challenge from Wood, or
with this battle for
got
second
a little
and third.
back. He got a little ahead of it. 1,002.
Sun
But
has
we've
set
got,
behind the red
but
mountain
60% of the race is done now.
Off of turn 3. Here's Hingarani racing down that short chute into turn 3. We're going to follow him around here as we make a lap at Tri-City Raceway, just past start and finish into turn 1. Now off into 2, and you see some buildings back there off the back side of the racetrack. The West Richland, Washington Police Department located right there at the exit of turn 2. Hingarani holding on to the lead. Now back down to about 3/4 of a second. I don't know what that was that caused Tyler Reif to give up so much time. But, he's able to close in just a little bit. Close in. There is Greg Biffle in the number 23. We talked about his track championship coming here back in 1995. Of course, Greg winning the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series championship in 2000. NASCAR Xfinity Series championship in 2003.
And it was the Busch Series, so don't call it.
2002.
Don't call it like
17-time
Series,
winner in the NASCAR
It was
Cup
the
Series.
Busch Series. It was the Busch
Greg
Series.
was on the ballot for induction into the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Just a matter of time until he is selected for induction. Good to have him here, making his 3rd career ARCA Menards Series West appearance here tonight. There's Jess Havens in the number 6. Trevor Huddleston in the number 50 hasn't been much of a factor here tonight. Trevor sitting back in 8th position. Lap down to the leaders. He did have to start at the tail of the field here tonight due to an unapproved change to that car after qualifying. All of these a battle for position. The 50, 88, the 31, and the 19, all 1 lap down to the leader, and there is Casey Klein, our Bounty Rookie Spotlight driver, working to the inside of RJ Tackman. RJ giving that Rise Motorsports team a good run here tonight. They slide off of turn 4. Both of those cars sideways. There's Eric Johnson Jr. in the 19, one of the 2 Bill McAnally racing entries. He's going to look to the inside of RJ Tackman. Here comes Nick Janitis in the 71. Ooh, Nick's going to push up the racetrack there a little bit. Gets into RJ Tackman. Car swapping a little paint off of turn 3 and down the front stretch. Coming to complete lap 100 this time by Sean Hingarani, putting 100 laps in the books. 50 to go. Don't even see Tyler Reif in the screen, in the shot, as
He's that far ahead. I don't know if he needs to
as a matter of
watch
fact,
it.
Jack
Like,
Wood
it's I just
now has
evident that that was just the way it was gonna go.
2.4 seconds back. So the 13 car, Tyler Reif, struggling a little bit here after we have gone back green. And Hingarani has driven off into the sunset. There is the battle for 2nd and 3rd. Jack Wood has moved up into 2nd. We see the caution coming out for the 2nd
Oh, we got a caution for what? Nearing the 70% mark.
Understand we have some debris. Now the officials are saying debris in turn 3. I'm going to see where that safety truck goes to pick up the debris. I want to see what they consider to be turn 3
Good
and what
point.
I consider to be turn 3. We'll see if it matches up. But let's take a look. No worries. We're not taking a look at a replay, folks. This is live action.
Yeah, that is the pace car.
Getting a little excited here under the caution flag as we see the field bunched up behind the pace car for just the 2nd time tonight. And look at that absolutely gorgeous sunset here, folks.
The shades of the
doing
red,
a little research
the
on
orange.
the Tri-Cities area. Of course, that is the Red Mountain right there. Right on the edge of one of the most arid deserts in all of North America. They get just 7 inches of rain in this area all year long. And as you can see, no chance of rain here tonight. Just an absolutely picture-perfect night for racing. We're going to step away for a quick break. When we come back, we'll go back green flag racing and hopefully take us to the checkered flag. Stick with us, folks. You're watching ARCA Menards Series West Racing live here on Flow.
Hello. Hello, Moto.
Well, it's good to know what I consider to be turn 3 is also what the safety crew considers to be turn 3, because there is the safety truck out retrieving the debris that has put us under caution for the second time here tonight. Been a pretty clean race so far, folks. The only cautions tonight for... Oh, wait a minute. Let's look at this. Greg Biffle down on
Is he
pit
out?
road.
Oh, come on. Biffle's
Biffle
out?
bringing the 23 car out of 4th position down onto pit road, and a very quick chassis adjustment. Looked like they have lowered the track bar there on the left rear, just maybe a round down on the track bar. And you know, this isn't going to hurt him too much, folks. You know, he is one of now 8 cars that is on the lead lap, so he's only going to give up a couple of positions here under caution. Did not lose a lap, was able to stay on the lead lap, and you know, if you think you've got kind of winning horse, you just need to make one more minor adjustment. You know, what's the difference between passing 3 cars and 5 cars? So Biffle going to tag on to the tail end of the lead lap cars for this restart. Trevor Huddleston did pick up the free pass, so Trevor back on the lead lap, but he will have to start from the tail of the field here as we go back to green flag racing. Look at all those race fans packed into just about every conceivable square inch. Actually brought in some extra grandstands for this race here
Nice.
tonight.
It's always good
Ringing
when a racetrack sells out.
Tri-City
like that.
Raceway. This track sat dormant for just almost 20 full years, folks. It's been a long time since this racetrack has seen race cars. They brought it back to life last year, and good to have the ARCA Menards Series West back.
I used to think of Shasta and Evergreen. Shasta and Dara. Both tracks hadn't seen action on at least one since the 2010s, the other since the 1990s. I don't remember which is which. But still, the fact a track could be revitalized like that
Now let's see. Jack Wood
is just
set
amazing.
his career best finish second on July 4th at Irwindale Speedway. He is going to restart from the front row. Let's see if he can give Sean Hingarani a run for the money.
Somebody, please.
See if Greg Biffle is able to work his way from inside of row 4 on this restart. Pace car wisely making his way down onto pit road. Sean Hingarani, Jack Wood leading the field back to green. Tyler Reif, Kyle Keller back there in row 2. Hingarani gets the jump. Let's see the battle on now for
All
second.
right, restarting. Hingarani
Tyler
already
Reif
clear.
trying to
Tyler
snatch
Reif
second away
closer
from
than he
Jack
was
Wood, and he
before.
does. Here comes
Kyle Keller and Jack Wood
Trying to
battling for
follow
third
him
behind
through.
him. Reif giving Hingarani a bit of the bumper,
Reif
but he's
on
going to
the
run
top.
out of
Let's
time
see if
real
he can get
fast
there,
if he
make a
can't
run at
do
Sean
it again.
Hingarani.
No. Hingarani scoots
Hingarani
away.
has just been so smooth all night long in that number 5. Let's check in on Greg Biffle here. Biffle has already worked his way past.
Going to battle for
He hasn't
the
worked his way past
6th
anybody.
position
He's trying
on
to
Jess
work his
Havens.
way past. Jess Havens there in the number 6.
Not afraid to
Ooh,
get
Biffle slides
rough
up the
there. This
racetrack.
kid's running his first ARCA
Havens
West
goes
race.
up the racetrack as well, so I don't know if that chassis adjustment
I don't know if it's...
has helped
Is it
Biffle's
kid
cause
or
at all.
Jess
That car's still very
Havens?
skatey,
21, yeah. This kid's run, it's
particularly
his
when he's
first
down on
ARCA
the
West
inside of
race.
somebody.
The 54-year-old showing no mercy.
Oh, he skates
Oh,
up the
almost
racetrack
spun
again
himself
right there.
there.
Good save by Greg Biffle. That could be a Reese's Sweet Move of the Race candidate. Biffle fighting an ill-handling race car here late in the going. Just 39 laps to go. Look at that beautiful sunset as we close in on the finish. Here's the situation at the front of the field. Sean Hingorani again stretching out that advantage. Tyler Reif has retaken second position from Jack Wood. Kyle Keller, and look at that, Todd Souza, the grizzled old veteran, Todd Souza.
5th.
Working his way back up into
But I
5th.
think Ronnie's just, yeah, he's back out to his giant-ass lead. Just what I expected.
Battle on for second. Here comes Tyler Reif. Jack Wood hot on his tail. Trying to keep this guy in their sights. Sean Hingorani just driving it off into that beautiful sunset. And look at this. Todd Souza getting a little racy here late in the going. He has closed in on Kyle Keller, and we've got Biffle.
Oh, Biffle around. Do we have any other cars spinning?
In turn 3, caution flag.
No. Everyone misses Biffle.
We were keeping an eye on Todd
Biffle
Souza
seems
as
clean,
he
excited
started
from
to
his
get
spin,
a little
and we
racy
go
there
under
with Kyle
caution for the
Keller.
3rd time today.
And we saw Greg Biffle get sideways in a cloud of smoke. And Biffle's going to put us under caution for the 3rd time here tonight. See if we could take another look at what happened. Keep an eye on the right side of the screen. We're going to see Biffle, just as we've talked about, every time he gets down underneath somebody, he gets a little sideways. And I think some of the partisan crowd here might think that he got shoved down to the bottom side of the racetrack, but we've seen Biffle get sideways and catch it numerous times, but just couldn't quite hold on to the 23, and that does put us under caution. So when we come back, we will restack them, re-rack them, and go to the checkered here at Tri-City. Stick with us, folks. Finish coming up. Finish! After this.
Get this awesome flow of racing music.
Absolutely gorgeous night for racing here in West Richland, Washington, and we are closing in on the finish under the caution for the 3rd time here tonight. And you know, if you had to give me a driver that was going to spin out and put us under caution flag, I
Probably would not have been Greg Biffle.
Champion Greg Biffle, but indeed, Biffle did get sideways there in turn 3, battling for position. You know, that has put us under the caution for the 3rd time tonight. There's Trevor Huddleston, one of our
full-timers.
9 lead lap cars.
Ah, I got the free pass.
Coming on down pit road for a quick adjustment. Casey Klein and the number 88 did pick up the free pass under this caution flag, so he will already has made his way around the pace car, but will tag onto the tail of the field for the restart. Trevor Huddleston will make his way back up and restart from the 8th position. Casey Klein and the number 88, of course, Mike Nake owning.
Oh, Nake Clower Motorsports. Okay.
Saw Joey East, I'm very competitive with here a couple of years back. As we mentioned at the top of the show, Dylan Capello picking up a win.
Yes, I
team.
forgot what track it was. Dylan Capello is Lane Riggs'
Casey doing a nice
Truck
job
Series crew chief.
in his ARCA Menards Series debut, sitting in the 9th position for this restart. Field doubling up for what we hope will be the final green flag of the night, but you never know what's going to happen. 30 laps yet to go, and you know, sometimes you dangle that carrot in front of these guys and they start going a little crazy. We'll see what happens here with 29 laps to go.
All right, heading into the final 20%. Sunset is pretty with all... Snowboy, what up?
Tyler Reif back up on the front row. Jack Wood, Kyle Keller back there in
Sunset
row
is pretty with all the
two.
smoke in the air. I wouldn't say
Under
smoke
pressure
is a
from,
pretty thing,
Todd
but it
Souza.
just in general, the sunset does look
Right
nice
before we
there.
went under the
Up in
caution flag.
Washington
Souza
State.
Alongside Jess Havens back there in row 3.
All right, it'll be 29 to go. Does anyone, can anyone get Hingarani? We're green again.
Green flags back up. Let's see what shakes out down into turn 1.
Reif took the outside this time.
Tyler Reif
Trying to be super aggressive and hang there. Hingarani gets away
outside.
again.
No, he can't. Now he's going to face some pressure from Jack Wood.
Well,
Wood gave him a
there
little
goes that
shove
one.
there going into turn 3.
Well, you know how that went, man.
And now the battle on. There's Todd Souza to the inside.
Wish I had the energy of the track
Keller,
announcer
move
again.
Todd Souza up into 4th.
Okay, the snow looks making sunset big.
Despite that spin,
Okay, I guess
he's
it
actually
can look
worked his way
beautiful.
past Jess Havens and taken over 6th. Now here comes Trevor Huddleston. Huddleston to the inside of Jess Havens. So Huddleston's car also coming to life here, late in the going. A little contact there between the 50 and the number 6. Field scrambling off of turn 1, now down the backside into turn 2 and headed back into turn 3. Ooh, some contact there between Nick Janitis and Eric Johnson Jr. Johnson had slid up the racetrack, wanted to keep those right side tires on the pavement, came down the racetrack and found that lane occupied by Nick Janitis. There's Casey Klein to the inside of Takuma Koga. Ooh, Takuma didn't give him a lot.
Oh, we got another spin.
Jess Havens sideways off of turn 4.
The guy in his first start brings out another caution.
I knew it, folks. I knew we were going to see these drivers start getting a little racy.
Oh boy!
Cautions
Under
tend to
caution
breed cautions,
again.
particularly late
Inside,
in the
I think
race.
25 to go. Yep.
See if we can take a look at what happened there that put
I know,
Jess
that's what I
Havens
said.
down in the dirt sideways off of turn 3. Keep a look at the the left side of your screen there is, looks like the number 6 might have had a little help there from Nick Janitis in the 71 car. We'll see if we can take a look from the speed shot of what happened. Yeah, a little bit of contact there between Nick Janitis in the 71 and Jess Havens in the 6, and that's going to send Jess around, and that puts us under caution for the 4th time. There he is, getting that machine turned back in the right direction. Did not go a lap down, so we will still see 9 drivers on the lead lap. I do not know if we will see a free pass recipient under this caution, because Nick Janitis, who would have been, maybe still would be, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, but Nick Janitis involved in that caution flag, so we'll have to see what the ARCA Menards Series officials determine. Talked about the police department. There it is, right off the backside of the racetrack here. This property is called the Red Mountain Event Center. Tri-City Raceway, the heart of this property. Get some dust blown off the racetrack there in turn 4 and onto the front straightaway. Indeed, the West Richland Police Department, located right here on property. And indeed, the 71 picking up the free pass will rejoin. Well, I don't know that he's going to rejoin the lead lap. We'll have to wait for scoring to refresh. I believe he will now be 1 lap down rather than 2. in the Jan's Towing number 71. Longtime motorsports supporter, as we see Greg Biffle coming on down pit road, expecting another adjustment. Make sure those tires undamaged. Good camera work by our crew. Right there, Johnny on the spot. Another, yeah, I do see some battle scars on the right side. And you know what? I don't expect anything else out of Greg Biffle. He absolutely uses every available inch. That number 23 car going to rejoin the field. Whether he ends up in victory lane or not here tonight, absolutely fantastic to have Greg Biffle racing with us here tonight. And I know the line for him in the on-track autograph session was just absolutely insane. Everybody turning out here to see the hometown favorite.
I would.
Racing once again at one of his home racetracks. And it's been great to have him with us. Good to see him running competitively and still in the hunt for a top 5 here tonight. And, you know, stranger things have happened, folks. Stranger things have happened. So Greg Biffle will line up 8th
hit
for this
TV
restart.
show on Netflix.
Sean Hingorani, Tyler Reif up on the front row, Jack Wood, Todd Souza. Best, highest we've seen Todd running so far tonight. That car really coming to life here in the second half. Kyle Keller, Trevor Huddleston, Casey Klein, Jess Havens. And we are coming back to the green. 18 laps remaining. Have we seen the final caution flag of the night? That is the question. I cannot answer that with any great sense of certainty. Green flag back out. Let's see what happens as the field dives off down into turn 1.
All right, here we go again.
Right for the good run to the top side.
This can Reif stick with him this time? Looks like yes he can. To the outside, Tyler Reif poking a nose ahead. They're through turn number 3.
Keep the momentum up off of turn 3.
Reif leads at the stripe, but can he hold on for another lap? Can he get past him? Yes, he will. Or almost. He's almost clear.
Can he take the lead off of turn 2?
Hingorani trying to slide up into him, cut off his momentum.
Great battle for the lead within.
Ooh! Oh, more contact.
Off of turn 3.
Good run down the front straightaway. Tyler Reif takes back the lead.
What a restart.
Reif doing what he has to do to keep his championship alive.
Tyler Reif retaking the lead with 17 to go here at Tri-City.
Jack Wood in 3rd. Todd Souza 4th. Kyle Keller in 5th.
This time around, plenty of time.
Man,
lock and load.
It gets physical, but that's what you have to do to make passes sometimes in this series.
Tyler Reif looking for his 2nd consecutive ARCA Menards Series West victory and looking to stretch out that advantage in the point standings.
We got less than 10% of the race to go. Just 14. Will Hingorani be able to get back? All I'll say is Tyler Reif is probably begging to God that we don't have any more restarts. Because Hingorani's going to be nastier than a cat after a trip to the vet. Like that, all of a sudden with that, I'm alive. Link where I can watch the standings. Hold on a minute.
A lot of ground on this restart as we jump back up to the front of the field. Tyler Reif got about a 4-car length advantage.
There you go.
Driving what could be the race of his life tonight.
12 to go. That's 6 miles.
Stealing the lead.
That's equal to 8 laps of Richmond today.
With 18 to go. And now,
last time it was about 20 laps that Tyler Reif was able to lead before Hingorani tracked him down and passed him. So 23 laps to be exact. And that was in lap traffic. Hingorani absolutely dominated today. He'll get that point for leading the most laps, but if Reif can still I think put up a good charge. I think he'll walk away with four more points.
Stretching out that advantage.
Added to the margin between them. So I think that would be a 5-point gap for the title in favor of Rife if they stay like this.
Casey Klein, our bounty rookie spotlight driver. Ooh, you see the sparks.
Yeah, it would be
left side
unless I'm getting the bonus points wrong. We've got 9 to go.
Down into the dust.
Still see Casey Klein and Trevor Huddleston battling. That is for somewhere in the top 10. Not well. I have to. They don't want to check the leaderboard because it's ahead. We can see Hingarani closing the gap. 8 to go. 4 miles on the tricky triangle.
The battle for the race win.
I know that's what I know it's the name for Pocono, but this is still a tricky triangle. A tricky triangle of Tri-Cities. They get around David Smith. Hingarani continuing to try and close. Kind of chopping through turn 3. 7 to go.
0.3 of a second, the gap. Let's see if Hingarani is able to close it in. We're seeing how close they are. Just a handful of car lengths separating the top 2. 6 to go this time around.
6 to go now.
We'll see who's got the quicker car. The advantage exactly the same. Ooh, look at that. Dive bomb by Nick Janitis to the inside of Greg Biffle.
Wow, so that puts Janitis into the 9th position. Greg Biffle down to 10th. Don't you dare. Don't say it, Charles. 5 to go.
Sean Hingarani is there. Hingarani knocked off 1/10 of a second that time around.
Catching up is one thing, passing is another, is the common saying used for racing.
Intense racing for the win.
Even against the 10th.
First time
how much
back
is
at
given away with
Tri-City
every
Raceway
failed
in
attempt to
21
pass.
years in the
4 to
finish.
go. That's 2
First
miles.
on the show here
You
tonight.
could run that in a day.
Tyler
But most
Wright
people
put
won't
1/10 of a
because we
second
live
on the board
sedentary
that time.
lifestyles.
2 evenly matched race cars. Coming to 3 to go this time around.
3 to go. That's 1.5 miles. That's the length of your average NASCAR track. Somewhere like Texas, like Charlotte, like Homestead.
Hingarani knocked one of those points off with the pole. He's going to knock another point off.
Ah, okay. So it'll be a 3-point gap.
Tyler Wright.
No, it'll be a 4-point gap. Plus 3.
Tonight.
All right, 2 to go. That's 1 mile up here in the northwestern corner of the country. When I say up here, I mean where the track is. I'm on the opposite side of the country. All right, here we go. Hingarani is really trying to reclaim the top spot, but his time is running out. Off of turn number 3. White flag is out. Last lap at Tri-City. Why did you cut to this battle for whatever position? 6th. Trevor Huddleston getting by Casey Klein.
Here's the battle for the win through turn 2.
Down the back stretch for the final time, or whatever you call it, the back angle. Who knows? Through turn number 3, it'll be 2 wins in a row and a 3rd career win. Tyler Wright wins the NAPA Auto Care 150. Wow, what a move with like 15 or so to go to take back the lead. Oh, we got cars spinning. Oh, Janitis crashes across the finish line.
All kinds of chaos breaking out here on the final lap.
Wow. Tyler Rife, but he wins.
Tyler Rife crossing the finish line first, picking up his 2nd consecutive ARCA Menards Series West victory.
Wow.
Central Coast Racing Team picking up its 2nd consecutive victory.
And he had to get rough to do it.
And
But there's one happy team owner, Todd Souza. About a month ago, he hadn't won in 16 years.
Young drivers.
A month later, he's done it twice in back-to-back events.
2nd win of the year, 3rd win for Central Coast Racing, dating back to a Todd's win back at Utah Motorsports Campus back in 2008.
They say 13's an unlucky number.
Flag to this.
Well, it's time for Tyler Rife to defy superstition. Given that he's from the Las Vegas Metro, that era is all about defying the odds.
On the outside,
whether on the track or on the casino table.
Said it then, and we'll say it again. Drive it like you stole it, and that's exactly what he did.
All right, I'm gonna get to bed now because it's super freaking late. But thanks to everyone who showed up. Wow, man. Tomorrow, as I said, the Grand Prix of Tri-Riviere, and then later that evening, the main event, the Cookout 400 at Richmond Raceway, which will, don't know how good that'll be, but it'll be happening. Thank you so much, BowserJrXD. Well, hold on, let me update the view total.
Second place finishes, almost coulda, woulda, shoulda. Ended up in victory lane a couple of times, but boy, this young man has brought a renewed sense of optimism.
All right, thank you all so much for showing up. BowserJrXD signing off.